All right, Gus, it was the veteran savvy that got it done. The youngster, I love his heart, but it was a father's instincts and intelligence that said, let's put a halt to this. Well, folks, coming up, that was a nice hors d'oeuvre setup for the main event. No question about it. Manny Pacquiao, an 8-1 favorite, and understandably so, an 8-time champion in 8 different weight classes. But keep in mind, he is fighting a guy in Shane Mosley who is resolutely focused. And in our sessions, the one-on-one fighter meetings, he looked into Antonio Tarver's eyes and said, without any arrogance, I've got this one. We'll find out. Pacquiao knows that when you're number one, there's only one way to go. He said that he trained so hard because losing is simply not an option. And for Shane Mosley, does he have one last great fight left in him? He's been a remarkably consistent performer, but tonight it's going to take sheer brilliance to pull off the upset.
My life is like a highlight reel. Some might consider this my twilight, but depending how I might feel, I might continue on with my career for 5 light years. Critics can fly kites, yeah, welcome to my nightmare. Yeah, got something rigid to feed you. Don't make me pull it out the freezer and make you a true believer.
He chopped him up from the very beginning.
Keep going to the sunlight and then into the
wee hours of all night, and we don't stop until the sunlight.
Tonight's event is brought to you by Tecate, Cerveza con Carácter. By the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino. Maximum Vegas at MGM is the ultimate in nightlife, dining, and entertainment. By O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. By Mortal Kombat. Fatality lives. Own it on PS3 or Xbox today. And by AT&T UVerse TV. TV like you've never seen it before. Well, folks, no more build-up, no more hype. Manny Pacquiao and Shane Mosley are ready to fight. Years from now, when we look back at these outstanding fighters, May 7th, 2011 is a date that will have great significance. How will we remember this fight? Pacquiao and Mosley are about to let us know. So let's head back downstairs, down to the guys who will be calling the fight. My colleague from CBS Sports and Showtime, Gus Johnson, the award-winning Al Bernstein, and former light heavyweight champion, Antonio Tarver.
And thank you very much, JB. And all signs point to Manny Pacquiao being totally focused on defeating Shane Mosley and solidifying his status as boxing's very best. As for Mosley, he says he's been insulted by the listed odds against him. He wants to prove he's far from finished, and he feels that Pacquiao's aggressive style is exactly what he needs to do just that. Now, one thing is certain, Pacquiao and Mosley are both champions who have always sought the biggest and the most significant challenges available. Now, Antonio, there's been a ton of analysis about this fight, but almost everybody expects it to be chock full of action.
I agree. Shane Mosley, you know, both of these fighters really know the magnitude of this fight. And both of these fighters also understand their respective place in boxing history. When you combine that with the fact that both fighters have shown the tenacity in the ring that's rarely matched. And one, they both have knockout power. So I would advise you to go get the popcorn early, because that's a recipe for fireworks. And you don't want to miss 1 second of this fight.
All right, no doubt about it, champ. And Al, when you look at what's taking place with Shane Mosley, his trainer Nazim Richardson says they have to figure out the Manny Pacquiao Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, guys, I've never seen a fighter reinvent himself like Manny Pacquiao did in 2008, at age 29 no less, when he moved up to 135 pounds. He's now become the ultimate boxer puncher, attacking with creative and unorthodox combinations from all angles. Now that's the Rubik Cube that Nazim Richardson was referring to. And Nazim also points out that Shane Mosley's boxing IQ is among the highest he's ever seen. And believe me, Shane will need that if he is to win tonight. For his keys to victory, Shane Mosley needs to stay off the ropes. Pacquiao will eat him up with combinations. combinations there. Pacquiao can be hurt to the body, and Shane Mosley is a great body puncher. And the right hand could be Mosley's ticket to victory. Pacquiao's been hit and knocked down with that punch. For Pacquiao, he always uses angles to attack. It's most important against Mosley. And the right hand cannot land against Pacquiao, or it'll be a big, big, big problem. Combinations, that is what makes up Manny Pacquiao, makes him dangerous right now.
So, Al, each fighter with very specific things he must do to be successful tonight. Let's go back upstairs to JB.
All right, Gus, all the analysis, it's done. The fight is moments away. And now the respective national anthems of the Philippines and the United States. So let's go down to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we bring out our main event fighters at this time, we'd like to ask you to rise for the singing of the national anthems. In the ring, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the colors for both the United States and for the Philippines, in honoring America and representing servicemen and women stationed across the United States and around the world, please welcome the Nellis Air Force Base Honor Guard. And now for the national anthem of the Philippines, please welcome outstanding singer, television, and film actress, the young international superstar from the Philippines, introducing Charisse.
Bayang magiliw, pelas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdiningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwal, hatid pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present the singing of the national anthem of the United States. Here is the star of film blockbusters Fast 5 and Transformers 3, Grammy-nominated multi-platinum recording artist, entertainment heavyweight, Tyrese Gibson.
God bless our troops for keeping America safe. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, oh, and the home of the God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. At this time, we have a very special performance in honoring America and in singing America the Beautiful. Please welcome to the ring Academy Award and Grammy Award winner, Jamie Foxx.
Great day to be in America. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesty, above the fruited plain of America, America. God shed His grace on thee, and now thy good with brotherhood from sea to shine and see. Oh, yeah,
Thank you. Oh, son. Hey, JP, who do you got?
Well, as the national anthems remind us, boxers are often closely associated with their homelands, and that's especially true for Manny Pacquiao, whose popularity in the Philippines goes beyond traditional hero worship. And as for Shane Mosley, boxing is more global than ever before, but Sugar Shane has been an American boxer of the very top level for the better part of 15 years.
I never think that, you know, I'm a Manny Pacquiao or I'm popular, but I'm still humble. I always telling my story, where I get started. You know, I started from nothing and now I have something. I won't forget that in my life.
The first time I saw him fight, he had nothing except power and courage. I never, in my wildest dreams, thought he would be a world champion.
Manny Pacquiao, what a fighter!
That guy's an exceptional athlete, especially when you watch him moving in weight classes, and every weight class he goes to, you're like, this is the premier weight class for this kid.
Oh, down he goes with the left hand. Oh, my.
What a
performance from Manny Pacquiao. Oh, Ricky Hatton is done, knocked out in the second round. Is there any question that he's the best fighter in the world?
People, they're always expecting a lot from me, you know.
Obviously, people are saying to me, this is an easy fight, and I want to say, don't tell them that, because it's not an easy fight.
It's very important to win this fight. There's a pressure, but, you know, I can handle that.
I realized at a young age that anything one-on-one, you know, I was gonna win, because I was just that competitive. I've been underdog for my last, I guess, 3 fights. I mean, even with Mark Riddell, I was underdog.
He's just punishing him at will.
Everybody wants to discount him. He's too old, or, you know, they, believe it or not, they were saying that back in, you know, the Oscar fight.
Unbelievable. Sugar Shane Mosley shocks the world.
I talked with Pacquiao, I talked with Freddie Roach. This is a fight that, you know, I really wanted. I know I can put me back on top.
Does it bother you at all? A lot of people just count you out.
10 to 1 $1, that's disrespectful.
Fights like this are the fights that motivate you.
For all the people that say that I can't do it, it's gonna make for a great fight. I'm just so eager to prove people wrong.
How about who runs out the fastest? It's gonna be who can finish up the proper way.
Pacquiao being a great fighter, being a guy of this caliber, I mean, can only put me at the top.
I want to see water coming off the arms, too.
After I do this right here, after I show you what time it is, if I show you this, you give my just due. At the end of this rotor here, I'm gonna have the last laugh.
So as we continue to soak in all of the pre-fight festivities, we all know there is nothing that compares to the energy, the excitement, the fervor that's associated with a championship boxing match here in Las Vegas. The intimacy associated with a sold-out crowd, as Gus Johnson has already said, this fight sold out in 48 hours. And fans around the globe are tuned in. Some 120 countries are watching this and will be watching this fight live because of Manny Pacquiao, a global star indeed, 8-time champion in 8 weight divisions, and Sugar Shane Mosley, who has been a brilliant fighter over an 18-year career. That name is known, that name is recognized, and he's the only man to have defeated Oscar De La Hoya twice, and he's got an impressive resume and a Hall of Fame caliber resume to boot. So Manny Pacquiao and Shane Mosley are both supremely motivated for their fight tonight, though perhaps for different reasons. Time now for the ring walks as we go back to Gus Johnson.
And thank you very much, JB. Gus Johnson, Al Bernstein, the Magic Man, 4-time world champion, Antonio Tarver. Gentlemen, as this one gets ready to begin, it is finally here. The electricity swirling about in this arena. What kind of fight should we expect to see?
I think we're going to see a great a fight because, like I said, styles make fights, and both of these fighters are so tenacious in the ring. It's going to be, you know, a locomotive in an unmovable opposite meeting. But I like to get into Shane Mosley's mindset for a minute. Everybody's talking Pacquiao, Pacquiao, Pacquiao. I was in that same way, in that same form when I fought Roy Jones Jr. It's important for him not to look at Pacquiao as some hurdle that he has to climb, but look at him man-to-man, eye-to-eye, and say, this fighter is just like me, and I can beat him on any given night.
And he has the experience to do it at age 39. And the other reason why this fight will be interesting, both men are actively engaged in making fights interesting. They think that's their business.
So a full house here at the MGM Grand. Shane Mosley ready to enter the ring. Shane Mosley being led out by the legendary LL Cool J. And now, Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao, Shane Mosley for the WBO World Championship.
As you look at the tail of the tape, it's a 3-inch height and 3-inch reach advantage for Mosley, but that's nothing compared to what Pacquiao faced against Margarito. It was much bigger. Of course, he won that fight. The age, a key number as well.
It's time for our main event. As you take a look at the rules for this fight.
No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the ref can stop the fight. Cannot be saved by the bell. A fighter in any round, and if there's a clash of heads before the end of round 4, it would be a no decision. After that, they go to the scorecards.
Now let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Top Rank Incorporated, MP Promotions, and Sugar Shane Mosley Promotions, in association with Tecate, Cerveza con Carácter, and Showtime. Also made possible by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. AT&T, the nation's fastest mobile broadband network. Mortal Kombat Fatality lives. Own it on PS3 or Xbox today. And Smart Communications, the Philippines' largest mobile phone company. This bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Organization, the President Francisco Valcarcel, Supervisor Leon Panosillo. Along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Chairman is Bill Brady, Commissioners Francisco Aguilar, Skip Avancino, TJ Day, and Pat Lundvall, with the Executive Director Keith Kaiser. Our physicians at ringside, Drs. Anthony Ruggiero, Dr. William Berliner, Dr. Al Capana, and Dr. Michael Gunter. And the timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, James Cavan and Ernie Jauregui. Introducing our 3 judges, all from Las Vegas, Nevada, Dwayne Ford, Dave Moretti, and Glenn Trowbridge. And now introducing our 3rd man to the ring, the referee in charge. He'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Kenny Bayless. All right, fans, here we go with a bout you've all been waiting for. The main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Welterweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, the challenger on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with gold trim, hailing from Pomona, California. He weighed in at the welterweight limit of 147 pounds, with a record of 46 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no decision. He has 39 wins coming by way of knockout. Currently ranked the WBO number 3 welterweight world contender. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome boxing's future Hall of Famer in his 21st world title appearance. Here is the 4-time world champion in 3 weight divisions, introducing Sugar Shane Mosley. And his opponent across the ring, the defending champion, fighting out of the red corner, really needing no introduction the world over, wearing blue trunks with white and red trim, from Sarangani province in the Philippines. He weighed in at a ready 145 pounds with a record of 52 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws. He has 38 wins coming by way of knockout. Widely recognized as one of boxing's all-time greatest, here is the first and only 8-division world champion and current pound-for-pound king. Please welcome the fighting congressman and boxing's pride of the Philippines, introducing the defending WBO welterweight champion of the world, the one and only Manny Pacquiao. Once again, a referee in charge now to give instructions, Kenny Bayless.
Okay, gentlemen, both of your trunks are very wide, so the upper half will be considered a clean punch. The lower half, I will caution you on. Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to caution you to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Touch him up.
So here we go, folks. Our main event, Pacquiao, Mosley. Shane Mosley told us I'm bigger, I'm faster, I'm stronger, I have more experience. He's never fought anyone like me. My only concern is that I have no concerns. And for Manny Pacquiao, can he continue his domination of bigger and heavier men? Can he stop Shane Mosley, a man that's never been stopped? And here we go.
Manny Pacquiao understands very well that to rush in against Shane Mosley is a fool's mission. And you see him being cautious and careful even in how he attacks here.
Nice jab by Mosley. Straight left hand getting through for Pacquiao.
Of course, this crowd is more pro-Pacquiao, so they will roar with every potential punch that he lands. Well, Shane has some fans here, that's for sure.
It's been a while since Shane fought a southpaw, especially one of this on this level. So I'm interested to see how he adapts to the styles and the fact that that right jab is coming at him from the left side.
You know, with all the analysis that's been done leading up to this fight, that's one thing people haven't focused on that much.
Pacquiao missing with the right hook, goes back downstairs. Straight left hand to the body has worked early in this first round.
Less lateral movement from Pacquiao than we would have expected. He's kind of staying in the pocket with Shane Mosley.
Pacquiao, as Mosley told us, will have to come to him. Now Mosley lands a straight right hand to the body.
That was a solid right hand to the body, and Pacquiao answered with his own left to the body.
Strategically, the way this fight is being fought so far isn't bad for Shane Mosley because he's not getting the angles from Manny Pacquiao. And strategically, the way it's being fought could create a very exciting fight as well as it goes on.
Pacquiao looks like he's trying to figure out how to close the distance on the very quick and elusive Mosley, who has incredible amounts of power as well. Right hand by Mosley, blocked by Pacquiao.
Shane Mosley's positioning himself well. He's got his left foot outside the right foot of Manny Pacquiao and making it difficult for Pacquiao to get in position to land his punches.
End of round one.
Here we go. They didn't know you was ready, baby. Maintain your level. Just maintain your level for me. Keep that stick long. You're the taller man. Keep making them investments to his body. Keep touching him. Every chance you get, touch him under there. You'll see when it's time to drop the real shot in there. But it's behind that stick, Shane, and it's that angle. When you see him loading up for that loop, as soon as you turn him.
Isa lang. Dito lang siya lagi sa'yo. Sa kanan mo lang tumatakbo. Ngayon, pag-pick mo. Hata lagi. Ha? Pag umikot siya, saka doon mo bibitaw. Kasi isa lang, inikutan lang, isa lang. Vamos. Okay, second down. Go, man. Go.
Round Round 2, scheduled for 12 for the WBO World Championship. Manny Pacquiao, the champion, in blue. Sugar Shane Mosley, the challenger, in black. Two legends in the ring.
The competition these men fight is extraordinary. Pacquiao's case, those last 12 opponents have all been champions or former champions. And Shane Mosley's fought 15 different world titleists at various times in his career, so they are in always with good competition. Pacquiao's lunging with that left hand to the body, a bad move by him.
Yeah, it seems like he can't really measure Shane Mosley at this particular time. The jab seems to be ineffective, and I think Shane's speed somewhat has Pacquiao a little nervous. Not nervous, but a little, how would you say it? Cautious, right.
And there is a start of some combination punching by Pacquiao. Some are very surprised at, I think, probably the pace of this fight early. But I think this pace is helping Shane Mosley. People thought Mosley had to come out fast. What he had to do was come out and control the ring, which to some degree he's doing.
Come out smart. I mean, not fight harder, but fight smarter. And I think he's having some success.
Yeah.
But right now, it's still a fill-out round.
Yeah, exactly. And Pacquiao's probably a little busy.
Nice 1-2 combination by Mosley. Backs up Pacquiao. That straight left into the body, though. Ooh, beautiful three-punch combination now by Pacquiao.
And that got Shane Mosley's attention.
That's when Pacquiao's at his best.
Watch your heads, watch your heads.
Both of these fighters are superb counterpunchers. And you saw when Shane Mosley went in and he threw the 1-2, he missed. And that will give Pacquiao opportunities.
Watch your heads, guys. Come on, watch it. Watch your head.
Accidental headbutt.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
So one thing we do not want to see, Kenny Bayless, the third man in the ring, experienced referee.
43rd world title fight. Continuing to go downstairs, making Mosley drop that right hand.
Manny Pacquiao's fighting, though, this fight more like he used to when he was down fighting Morales and Barrera and those fighters. Straight line fighter against Mosley.
Now Pacquiao, right hook followed by straight left hand.
Manny Pacquiao started to throw those excellent combinations that we know he's capable of. Starting out with the jab, then the right hand, left hand, and then the right hook behind it. And continuing to work with the jab. Here's where the heads bang together. Both men coming in with the heads. Thank goodness there wasn't a big cut from that. Pacquiao starting to get his rhythm in that last round, and I thought generally had a pretty good round.
And Manny Pacquiao's wife, Jinky. They have 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls. This is an old story for her. She's been ringside so many times.
It's safe to say that Pacquiao got Shane Mosley's attention in that round. He landed some good, solid shots in the second round.
And the part that I think is important is that he was punching in combination more than anything.
And when I look back at this fight, I thought my keys to victory was intensity. Can Shane Mosley match the intensity of Pacquiao? If he can't, it's going to be an uphill climb for him tonight.
Oh, nice right hand by Mosley. Backs up Pacquiao. Manny moving forward, though. A lot of head and shoulder movement. Trying to get closer.
Here we go. Watch your heads, fellas.
The Mosley counterpunching is going to be the key in this fight. You know, we talked about it a little bit before, but he's shown some ability to nail Pacquiao coming in. He's going to have to do that consistently in this fight.
You just wonder if Mosley at 39 can still pull the trigger. Pacquiao, that looping left hand.
See, right there, Mosley's going to have to throw combinations. I mean, you cannot expect to get Pacquiao out of there with one punch. You got to work. You got to work.
Part that interests me is that Pacquiao's not moving laterally that much in this fight. He's really attacking in a straight line, and he hasn't done that in recent fights.
In order to clear your cobwebs, you got to give yourself time.
Left hand by Pacquiao. Steps over Pacquiao's feet. 30 seconds to go. Can Mosley get out of the round? Pacquiao to the body. Just missing. And Shane Mosley is trying to hold on for dear life.
I'm not worried about that because I had a feeling.
Shane Mosley, sent down for the third time in his career by that straight left hand. It will come from Manny Pacquiao. Sets it up with a jab and a feint and lands a good straight left hand. And that punch hurt Shane Mosley. It wasn't just a knockdown that sent him down. Using the jab and the straight left hand, a classic combination, and Shane Mosley in trouble.
But it was that beautiful feint that he did before he did anything, and it froze Shane Mosley to give him enough time to get in with a solid one.
It's Bella Gonzalez, Shane Mosley's girlfriend, with a look of concern in her eyes. Fourth round scheduled for 12 of the WBO World Championship. The champion, the great Manny Pacquiao in blue. The challenger, the great Shane Mosley in black.
Pacquiao's mission statement coming in here, at least according to Freddie Roach, was to score a knockout of Shane Mosley because nobody else had ever done it.
And that'll be the storyline in the morning if it does happen.
You're correct. Some uncertainty, I think, on Mosley's part right there and the way he lunged forward.
Mosley not moving his hands now, although he does land the jab.
The minute, another lice left. The minute Pacquiao started to throw combinations, this fight changed.
Mosley in a very dangerous area right now.
It seems as if Shane is covering up every time Mosley get into that fire zone, he's covering up instead of letting his hands go or countering or stepping to the side left or right.
And in round one, Mosley was countering, but he stopped in the second.
Right hand getting through for Shane Mosley.
That was a beauty.
Pacquiao now with a great rhythm. Now there's a body shot by Mosley.
The Pacquiao jab's been so effective in this fight. It's helped since round 1. It's been, I think, the thing that's changed this fight for him, even as a rangefinder.
Nice body shot by Pacquiao 50 seconds ago in the 4th, scheduled for 12 for the WBO World Championship.
Antonio hit on it when he pointed out that the feint was most important when he scored the knockdown. He gives you so many different looks in there. It's very hard to counter him.
Yeah, and that's a lost art in the game of boxing, feints. I mean, we still try to work on it, and I think all young boxers need to work on it because it's definitely a tool you can use in a fight like this.
Now Mosley answering. Looks like he got the left hook through at the end of the combination.
That's the first 3-punch combination Mosley's thrown in this fight.
10 seconds ago in the 4th.
We got it now. See, ain't no problem, man. We a team. We a team. We compromise. Come on, I mean, like I said,
Here is the slip that happened in this round. That Shane Mosley would hit the deck only because of balance. Certainly no knockdown there. And even though it was a round that Pacquiao probably won, there's the 3-punch combination that we saw from Mosley. They didn't all land, but it showed us that when he opens up and when he puts his hands together, he could be effective. But he's going to have to do that a lot more, and he's going to have to counterpunch a lot more.
Seconds out.
Over 16,000 fans here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas for Shane Mosley and Manny Pacquiao. The WBO World Championship. Pacquiao the champion in blue, Mosley the challenger in black. Right hook landing for Pacquiao.
Pacquiao wearing yellow gloves. It's a sign of unity for a group in the Philippines helping to try and erase poverty. And that color is a unifying color in the Philippines. You see the punch numbers for Pacquiao. Now, those are not the high kind of numbers we're used to from him, but they're still clearly, he's out punching Mosley in terms of number of punches, more than 2-to-1. Great body shot. Now that Mosley, apparently they clashed heads, I guess, and Mosley got the worst of it.
Yeah, if Mosley's going to dare to be great tonight, he's going to have to take these risks that a lot of people don't want to take because it's a chance that you could get knocked out. But, you know, no risk, no reward. He got to lay his butt on the line tonight.
Yeah, you couldn't have put it better, Antonio. And there's that straight left again from Pacquiao. He's starting to get that punch in with regularity.
And I think something that'll help him tonight is no one has ever punched when Pacquiao punched.
Right.
I mean, give him something to worry about.
Double right hands to the body by Mosley. Mosley very defensive, as you mentioned, Antonio, in this fight so far.
Yeah, it seems like every time Pacquiao lets his hands go, Shane Mosley goes into a shell and waits for Pacquiao to stop punching.
And that doesn't work against Pacquiao. It was bad for Clottey, bad for Margarito, and bad for Cotto.
Now Mosley will step off.
Pacquiao's defense was once not very good when he was in the lower weight classes. It has now gotten to the point where it's good. He might not be Pernell Whitaker, but he's a good defensive fighter.
.30 seconds ago in the 5th round, scheduled for 12. Shane Mosley knocked down at 145 in the round number 3 from short left to the chin. Left hook getting through for Mosley. Mosley's keeping his hands up really high, Antonio.
And that punch got in while Pacquiao was throwing at Mosley. He has to take those chances.
Pull that short. Okay. Damn, it's tight.
Beautiful. All right, now he's moving in one direction. You land the hook, you stop him, and left hand lands.
Isa lang yung ginatuyukan, isa lang ka direksyon, isa lang. Pero mutuyok ka, atataon mo siya niya, imong kill, zigzag.
6 rounds, we make it work with the feint. Attack first. Attack.
Again, this is where, and this has been a recurring theme in this fight, their heads would bang together. And Shane Mosley got the worst of that one. Pacquiao's head went right on his eye.
All right, second, go.
6th round. Scheduled for 12 for the WBO World Championship. Manny Pacquiao in blue, Shane Mosley in black.
Manny Pacquiao had Sean Porter, a very top 10 welterweight, sparring with him to simulate Shane Mosley, and I thought that was a very good choice for them, and they thought he was did a good job of being Shane Mosley.
And Naseem Richardson telling Mosley that they had figured it out now.
Well, one of the big problems is, figure it out or not, he's going to have to throw more punches because he's being out. The number of punches that Mosley is throwing, he's thrown 108 punches. Pacquiao's thrown 219. So it's going to be hard for Mosley to win throwing that number.
And to Mosley's credit, he came out this particular round and it's dictated with his jab. He's landed a couple of nice stinging jabs, but nothing behind it.
Pacquiao, those punches being blocked by Mosley. And uppercut getting through for Pacquiao.
Mosley has to take a stance when Pacquiao's coming and fire back at him and see what happens.
You know, this is not the most precise performance we've seen from Pacquiao, but he's winning these rounds on his sheer will and his punches. The number of punches and his will to come forward.
And he's piling up rounds, Al.
Yes.
You know, right now Shane has dug himself in a little hole.
I agree.
Shane has not been taking risks. This is the same Shane Mosley we saw against Floyd Mayweather Jr.
After round 2 when he hurt him, to some degree it is.
Yeah, and that was a fight that really, leading up into this match, no one really spoke about. You know, but in the back of my mind, you know, Shane came in with the same type of confidence, and I wanted to ask him what happened.
It's as if Shane's looking for that one big counter punch, but as you pointed out, Antonio, he's not counter punching when Pacquiao punches.
Yeah, that's a risk right now that he hasn't been willing to take thus far.
Fans not happy with Shane Mosley right now. Pacquiao moving. Looking for an opening against a very defensive fighter that won't take any risks.
And Shane's a very clever fighter. That's why Pacquiao's percentage of landing is not as high as he'd like.
Right there, it looks like Shane landed the best right hand of the fight while Pacquiao was trying to land a right hook. He has to punch while Pacquiao punches.
Yep. Just not doing it enough.
Closing moments. Pacquiao Mosley.
So we're in good shape, no doubt. I know how juicy it is, so we're in good shape. All right? Here's what I need though, Shane. The knockdown got you defensive minded. Okay? I need you to settle down. You discovered the angle. It's real. You trust me on this now. I see it. Now I need you to trust me with that right hook. All right? You trust me on that turn. You see it vividly. I don't care what they were showing him on TV.
Wow, honest talk from Naseem Richardson in the corner. And Manny Pacquiao attacking and landing a beautiful uppercut from an odd angle, and that was one of the best punches of the round by either fighter, although Shane Mosley had a couple of good right hands mixed in that round. We'll see if that right hook can come from Shane Mosley. A looping right hand is what he wants, I guess. Jim Richardson.
7th round for the WBO World Championship. Manny Pacquiao, the champ, in blue, and Shane Mosley in the black trunks. Mosley, after being knocked down, has not been very active. Not a lot of opportunities for Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, you know, it takes two to fight, but at the same time, I commend Nassim Richardson on what he said in there. He's went into a defensive shell, and you gotta trust your trainer, and you have to trust yourself.
Freddie Roach, excuse me, calling for combinations by Manny Pacquiao down the middle.
You know, Margarito was able to hurt him with body punches. Pacquiao, Mosley has not gone to the body almost at all in this fight. On the press row, scoring, of course, unofficial. Tim Dahlberg of Associated Press, Chris Mannix of SportsIllustrated.com, and Lance Pugmire from the LA Times, all with a comfortable lead for Pacquiao. I have Pacquiao winning this fight as well. How about you, Antonio?
Same thing. I mean,
got him 59-54.
Yeah, the knockdown 2-point round.
Yep. And right now, Manny Pacquiao's shown 267 punches to 136 from Mosley. And I repeat that number because the sheer number of punches are the issue. Though that's a lot less than Pacquiao normally throws in fights.
Pacquiao getting a little more aggressive. Pacquiao has been the fighter that has moved forward since the very beginning.
Pacquiao has been circumspect in this fight, I think is a good way to put it, about attacking a lot. He's picked his spots and he has attacked, but he understands that there's the potential for the counterpunch from Mosley, and even though it hasn't come as much as he would have liked. Good left hand by Pacquiao.
I think even if it comes, I don't think Pacquiao right now is really leery of Shane Mosley's power because he hasn't really learned anything significantly.
Probably not, and it's probably just Mosley's ring IQ that Richardson talked about that's allowing him to make this defensive fight.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Shane is not willing to step on that gas, I can guarantee you Pacquiao is going to step on that gas in a minute. So he's going to have to be ready and prepared for that.
As Ed McMahon used to say, you are correct, sir.
And we are at the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas. 16,000 fans in attendance. 8,000 at the weigh-in yesterday.
And again, for the third time in this bout, we had heads banging together. It's astonishing, actually, there has not been a cut resulting from this. But there wasn't, and so that is good. And Freddie Roach wanted combinations from Pacquiao. And even though they're awkwardly thrown, he is throwing lots of punches. Now, a short right hand got in by Mosley, but Pacquiao putting the pressure on.
And as you mentioned, for Manny Pacquiao, his last 3 fights have gone 12 rounds. He stopped Miguel Cotto in the 12th, went 12 with Joshua Clottey, went 12 with Margarito. That probably should have been stopped in the 11th round, but he has taken some punishment as well.
Yeah, and some of those fights against Miguel Cotto, he got it with some big punches. Margarito hurt him to the body a bit. But, you know, it's not the old Manny Pacquiao that gets hit with a lot of punches as he did in those early days, fighting the likes of Morales and Barrera and Marquez.
And I personally, man, I have a great deal of respect for Sugar Shane Mosley. And, you know,
look at the power punch punches, and Manny Pacquiao with a huge edge there.
Right there. He needs to stand his ground and fight rather than just right there. If you're going to fight, make an angle, make a move, but don't just back straight up. You're retreating.
And that's what Nazim Richardson has been asking him to do, but at 39 years old, your mind may know what to do, but can your body do it? And it looks like Shane Mosley cannot pull the trigger.
He's really wearing down here in round 8. And I agree with Antonio. We're going to see Pacquiao probably step on the gas here and really go after him, which he's trying to do in any case. But Shane Mosley is a very clever fighter, and that's why he's able to hang in there, and he's never been knocked out. That's part of the reason.
Yeah, he's really smart. He's going to know when the heat is on. He's going to know how to retreat and get out of there. But, you know, we came here tonight to see Shane Mosley lay it all on the line to become a living legend by upsetting one of the most, best champions to date. And we're not seeing that.
You're 100% right. And that's on Shane Mosley.
Now Pacquiao going to the body and upstairs again. Seconds to go in the 8th round for the WBO World Championship.
And I'll tell you something.
One-sided affair, all Manny Pacquiao against Shane Mosley.
I'm sorry, Gus. I'll tell you something else. Manny Pacquiao has been just a little, his technique is not quite as good as it's been in the last few fights, and everybody's entitled to that. And so because of that, he's just not quite landing exactly the number of punches it would take to keep Shane Mosley in trouble, even though he certainly is winning every one of these rounds.
And I would say, Al, you're right. Ooh, nice right hand by Mosley. But it's hard to look good against Mosley right now because he's not fighting.
You're 100% right.
Five seconds. Oh, wow. Bella Gonzalez, very concerned. And on the other side, Jinky Pacquiao, very confident look.
She's one of the most popular figures along with Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines. She has quite a profile as well.
Tama na siyang pormahan. Ato lang, tutuyok siya, cut ka. Ay, sunod. Mo-action sa sunod, haduk ka.
In great shape. He think you're going to get tired. You're not. He's starting to slow down, Shane. All that missing, he got tired.
There was a trainer many years, for a long time, named Jimmy Montoya, who I know you know, who at that time, at this point in the fight, would do exactly what Nazim Richardson would do. Lie to his fighter and say, you can do it. He would use every ounce of him to pump a guy up. Just motivate him. And that's what Nazim Richardson was trying to do. He's trying to tell his fighter, you're not tired, he's tired. But the problem is he's not getting lighting a fire under Shane Mosley.
Yeah, that was a psychology class right there. He's trying to really give Shane the confidence to go out here and take these necessary risks in order to turn the tide in this fight. But that's a big thing to ask of a person when he's in there facing Manny Pacquiao.
And the problem is it didn't look like on Shane Mosley's face he was buying into it.
No. Now, we know that this fight, Shane Mosley's career, hasn't been a bigger fight than this since Oscar De La Hoya. Right. I mean, if he don't perform up to our expectations, where do he go? Is there another big fight out there for Shane Mosley?
Not unless he can make this a more competitive fight, and I mean big time in the next 4 rounds. There's a big right hand, or at least an attempt by Mosley.
And sometimes it's not about if you lose, it's how you lose. He has to lose good here if that's the case. There you go.
Exactly. Mosley's attacked in this round a little bit. That's all we're asking for, really. It's just the effort to attack from Mosley.
Good jab. The jab has been working really well in this round, but he has to follow that up with something.
And, you know, Manny Pacquiao is attacking in a very awkward fashion, not as efficient as he might be, but he throws a lot of punches and gets the job done, as he does there.
And this is why it's been so hard to really give Mosley around, because Pacquiao has these bursts that he throws 3, 4, 5, 6 punches at a time.
And a good straight left hand a moment ago by Pacquiao, one of his best punches.
Now body shot. Pacquiao, he goes upstairs as well. Oh, another straight left hand by Pacquiao that connects solidly on the chin of Mosley. Pacquiao trying to really speed up the tempo. Mosley, nothing on his punches.
There's the right hook to Pacquiao. It's not his best punch, but there is another one. When he throws it, it's a very impressive punch.
Yeah, he's always throwing that right hook to open up that left hand.
Yes.
Because he sees that Shane Mosley is going to go straight back when he throws anything.
Right hook getting in, followed by straight left hand, backs up Mosley. 9 seconds to go.
And there's the feints again by Pacquiao.
Whatever we got.
Hey, man, you can't just keep your hands free. You got to move your head.
And you got to keep taking that angle. Take that angle. Drive the right hook. Drive that from the right hand in there. If you see the hands up, drive the right hook around that chin. The right hook before.
Well, Nazim talking about taking angles, but instead it's Mosley really just in front of Pacquiao, taking those straight left hands. And we look at it in the super slow motion to see the jab used as a rangefinder. Now, ironically, Mosley was throwing and landing a jab at the same time, which is what you talked about, Antonio, punching while Pacquiao punches. But that was a very good round for Pacquiao.
Shane Mosley 5-2-1 in his last 8 fights. If you're Floyd Mayweather Jr., Antonio, what are you thinking when you're watching this right now?
Well, you know, if you're going to do comparisons, you know, I think both of them was very successful against Shane Mosley, but Shane Mosley had more moments against Floyd Mayweather. He hasn't had those moments against Pacquiao. Right now, I think Floyd Mayweather should be itching in his seat to finally step up and show the world who is the very best fighter in the world today. It's out of 2 people, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Who do you like in that fight?
I like Floyd Mayweather against anybody, you know, and I like Pacquiao against anybody. So, you know.
Very well put.
Politically correct.
Are you running for office like Manny Pacquiao? You know, the interesting thing is, in this fight tonight, it hasn't been the very best Manny Pacquiao, but he's done very well. And, you know, so there's going to be a lot of analyzing and post-fight reinvention of what happened, and it's going to be interesting. But there's no question about one thing, Manny Pacquiao's winning this fight.
Pacquiao said that it would be a feather in his cap as Mosley says he was headbutted. Pacquiao saying that it would be a feather in his cap to knock out Shane Mosley, who's never been stopped. Mosley now wobbling a bit. Pacquiao getting closer.
It seems like Mosley is really going for every feint, everything he's throwing. He's covering up first, and he's not punching.
And they're going to call that a knockdown.
Wow. It didn't seem like the referee was going to call it until the outside ref started counting. That was not a knockdown.
Interesting. Certainly Manny Pacquiao didn't think so.
Manny Pacquiao has been knocked down 4 times in his career, now 5.
So it was not. And it's Pacquiao trying to close the show strongly in this round to show it wasn't a real knockdown.
28 seconds to go in the 10th. Shane Mosley takes a straight left hand by Pacquiao. Pacquiao, frustrated, wants to fight. Mosley trying to find a place to hide. 8 seconds. Mosley on his fight.
Well, we have the benefit of hindsight with the replays to see, and we will see whether this looks like a knockdown. It's a missed right hand, and there's no question that was not a knockdown. There was a right hand thrown by Mosley. It just doesn't look like it landed. We'll look at it again to see if we can tell.
You know what? Pacquiao actually threw the right hand, and it seems as if right here,
yes,
Mosley just pushed him off.
No question, that was not a knockdown.
And Bayless,
I have to say, Kenny Bayless had a pretty good look at that too.
But Bayless wasn't going to call the knockdown until the outside referee started counting.
And then Manny Pacquiao, very annoyed by this, came back with some big shots toward the end of the round.
Crowd starting to get into it, sensing that Manny Pacquiao may be able to finish Shane Mosley, the 11th round for the WBO World Championship. The Pac-Man in blue, the champion. The challenger, Shane Mosley in black.
Manny Pacquiao's got a gleam in his eye now, and if you're wondering how well these fighters do over 12 rounds, Shane Mosley's record is 5-6-1. Pacquiao is 6-1-1. So,
and Pacquiao's going for the knockout now.
Pacquiao going for the kill.
Mosley never knocked out in his career.
And I'm kind of disturbed by the fact that Mosley, being such a great champion, he said he was in great shape, that he's in total retreat right now. Yeah. I mean, you have to give Pacquiao all the credit in the world for truly just really...
Right hook.
He's imposed
straight left hand by Pacquiao.
Executing his game plan tonight.
Yeah, Pacquiao's just imposed his will.
Manny. 140 to go. As the fans start to chant, knock him out. Now Mosley with the hook.
There was a counter right hand from Mosley, the kind of which he needed to throw more of in this fight.
And I'll tell you, if Nassim Richardson is figured and thought they was going to solve this Rubik's Cube, it's still
still unsolvable.
Still unsolvable.
The height and length of Mosley has given Pacquiao a couple of problems, just a little, in terms of him throwing the number of punches, but clearly it has not been enough for Shane Mosley, and with no punches coming from Mosley in this fight, it has not been enough to get him close to a win.
Ten seconds. Really disappointed in Shane Mosley. He did not come to fight tonight.
They love what Manny Pacquiao's doing.
They certainly do. He did come to fight tonight.
Manny Pacquiao in the last round, after that knockdown that he didn't believe was a knockdown, and it probably wasn't, in fact it for sure wasn't, came out with a vengeance, and not just throwing to the head, but also the body, and throwing lots of combinations. That's the point about Manny Pacquiao now. He throws so many punches at you, you can't block them all.
Kind of throws, in the MMA world, a version of the Superman.
Yeah, that looks like the Superman punch. You're absolutely right. That's a really good point. And for people who don't know, it's a punch where you literally get off your feet. And Bella Gonzalez, Shane Mosley's girlfriend, not liking what she sees during that round, and who can blame her?
As Shane Mosley slowly comes off the stool for the 12th round. A lot of hugging and tapping of gloves to begin rounds in this fight. And some of the fans in attendance not necessarily appreciative of all the sportsmanship.
The chants of Manny can be heard throughout this arena. They really want him to close the show here and see if he can knock Shane Mosley out. Of course, he had him down earlier in the fight.
And, you know, he's definitely trying for the knockout.
Yes.
He's definitely giving the people what they want.
Now Mosley coming forward a bit. Mosley going down at 145 into round number 3. From a short left hand to the chin. Two minutes remaining in the WBO World Championship. Manny Pacquiao cruising. It's been hard to look good because Shane Mosley has been a defensive, retreating fighter.
And on the inside, Mosley holding a lot as he is there, trying to buy some time.
Shane Mosley looking every bit of 39 years old.
Pacquiao's punch output much less than he normally has at 534, but he landed 171, twice the number of Mosley.
But for Manny Pacquiao, he's taken 6 consecutive men who were all bigger than him in 4 heavier weight divisions and defeated them all. David Diaz, Oscar De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, Joshua Clottey, Antonio Margarito, and now Sugar Shane Mosley. Mosley hit with another straight left hand on the chin.
And a quick reminder, remember, this man started his pro career at 106 pounds. He's up to 147 fighting big punchers. It's amazing.
Right hook connects for Pacquiao.
And he's still going for the knockout. That's a brave champion right there.
Exactly. Manny Pacquiao looking for his 7th win against 1 loss and 1 draw in 12 rounds. And Shane Mosley 5-6-1 over 12 rounds, so his losing record will get worse, it looks like.
And I mean, my question is, who does he fight next if it's not Floyd Mayweather? He's run out of opponents. He's beat everybody.
It's true.
6 seconds to go. Manny Pacquiao continues to roll on as he will likely defeat Shane Mosley, and the fans not happy with the performance by Sugar Shane.
There were obviously places in this fight where Shane Mosley appeared to have a chance to make something happen, but would not take the risks. And for this man, Manny Pacquiao, great performance. The spirituality of Pacquiao, something that he doesn't wear on his sleeve. It's genuine, and it's something that drives him very, very much.
And knowing Manny, especially when he comes to Las Vegas, he may go perform a concert tomorrow.
He is going to perform, in fact, later tonight at a pool party at Mandalay Bay.
So you got invited, I didn't. Thanks, Al.
I'm singing a duet with him tonight.
And the reaction from Mrs. Pacquiao. Very intense outside the ring.
Concern even to the endo, but more concern here by Bella Gonzalez, Mosley's girlfriend.
So let's take a look at the punch stats.
These numbers are really interesting and revealing. Manny Pacquiao throwing twice the number of punches as Mosley and landing twice the number. What is interesting, Antonio, is that Pacquiao threw about 400 or 500 less than we normally see him throw in a 12-round fight. Is that because Mosley was able to, as a taller man, be defensive enough?
Well, you know, he moved a lot, and he didn't really give Pacquiao those opportunities. But what's really revealing to me is 5 combos after 12 rounds.
Yes.
5 combos.
And let me tell you, we caught 1 or 2 on replays. That's about all there was 5. Yeah.
Right.
There were 2 official knockdowns in this fight. One we believe was quite legitimate, and that was when Manny Pacquiao knocked down Mosley. He would land kind of an uppercut on the inside here, and it turned out to be a very good punch. Straight left hand. I was actually straight left hand, and Mosley was in trouble, as evidenced by that. Later on in the fight, however, in round 10, it was Manny Pacquiao who would go down, although it became really obvious that it was a push. There was no punch landed. And I'm really surprised Kenny Bayless acquiesced to the outside, timekeeper and countered for the knockdowns to make it a knockdown because he had a good look.
Now let's go inside the ring and Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Glenn Trowbridge, scores the bout 119 to 108. Dave Moretti sees it 120 to 108. And Dwayne Ford scores the bout 120 to 107. All 3 in favor of the winner. And still the WBO welterweight champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
So Manny Pacquiao does it again, improving his record to 53-3-2, defeating Shane Mosley to retain his WBO World Championship.
And, it was a performance in which Manny Pacquiao did all of what he needed to win. And even if it wasn't as electrifying as a couple he's had recently, from his standpoint, he did as much as he could in this fight. And certainly there were moments that were electrifying.
Yeah, I agree with you, Al. I mean, Shane really just didn't give him any opportunities tonight. And I thought Shane was going to lay it out on the line, and for whatever reason, he didn't.
You're right.
All right, let's go back inside the ring and Jim Gray.
All right, Gus, thank you very much. As the 2 combatants now talk to one another.
You did a great job. You got good power, speed. I'm proud of you, man. You did a real good job. You're the real pound king, man.
Thank you. All right. Coach, thank you. Good fight.
Manny, how would you assess your performance here in this fight tonight?
Well, we did our best, and his best also. And I mean, I try to do my best just to give a good fight to make people happy, and then that's what we're trying to do.
Were you as precise and as sharp as you have been in the past this evening in your mind?
No, I want to move fast, but in the middle round, my legs just get tight. That's why I'm trying to, I want to move, but my legs it's tight. So in the late round.
Your leg was tight. Is it because the buckle on your shoe was bothering you, as your corner was saying?
No, this is my problem before when I fought Marquez. So we're gonna work on this.
What do you take from this performance now as you move forward in your career?
What? I'm sorry?
What do you take from this performance? Are there things that you now feel that you have to go back and work on?
Yes, I have to work in this on my legs because when my legs before it's hurt, I work in, and when it's fine, I didn't work in anymore. So now it's come back, my problem. So I have to work again.
Why are your legs bothering you? You said they were hurting you before. What's the problem?
I'm getting tired. That's why I told my coach, and just press my legs. I can't move.
In the 3rd round, you knocked Shane down, as we can take a look at it here on the monitor. Tell us what was going on, and did you feel that would be the end of the fight?
I think I got him a lucky shot, and the straight, and And Mosley is not he's not slow. I mean, he's fast and he's waiting for my mistake and he want to counter it. You know, I'm careful on that.
Were you surprised that Shane didn't move forward at all tonight and never seemed to pull the trigger?
Well, I think he felt my power. You know, I mean, I want to fight toe-to-toe, but you know, this is boxing. You know, it depends what the style of the opponent.
Manny, stay with us for just a moment. We're going to ask you about what you want to do next. We have Shane here with us, has been listening to this. Shane, your thoughts at age 39 of your performance this evening?
I thought I did a pretty good job. I mean, I wouldn't blame on the age because I still can get in there with young guys and do what I do. Manny's an exceptional fighter, good speed and power. Power that I haven't even got hit with before, so it's amazing. He's very fast and strong, and he's a fighter. He's a warrior. That's kind of cut from my cloth, but I had to box a little bit today.
Shane, you told us before the fight that you had no concerns, and then you got into the fight, and repeatedly throughout the fight, Antonio Tarver said during the telecast, as did Al Bernstein, that they thought that you didn't take enough risks to be able to beat who is the best man in the world. Would you agree with that? And why didn't you?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, the risk, when you take a risk, the more risk, then you know, you're susceptible to get knocked out. And I believe early in the fight, when he had knocked me down, he kind of surprised me with his punching power. That's the most legitimate knockdown I got hit with in a long time. So I said, well, this guy must really have some power.
What will you do now? You said retirement was not in the equation before the fight. Will you now consider that?
You know, I really don't know. But you know, I fought the best. This is pound for pound king right here. I fought the best, and you know, I came a little short. So you know, we'll go back to the drawing board and see. I mean, this guy's amazing right here.
Shane, thank you. We appreciate your time. Manny?
Thank you.
What now will you do? Who would you want to fight next?
I don't know yet, but I had to come back to the Philippines and back to work in Congress, and you know, I want to thank everybody for supporting us, and you know, for the prayers, and you know, next time, and I will do my best, and you know, tonight I just cramp my legs, that's why I can't move, but you know, I do my best, you know. You
seem disappointed.
No, I'm not really disappointed, but the problem is I didn't expect that my legs is getting tight and cramp and it's hurt. So
everybody wants to know about Floyd Mayweather. You told us you hear his name constantly in your head. You hear it from everybody who asks you, and everybody out there watching tonight wants to know when you, as the best fighter right now in the world, is going to take on the other best fighter, and what is it that you can do, you think, to attract him to have a fight with you?
I don't know, you know, I don't care who's the fighter, my opponent. I can't fight that, but it depends on how's the negotiation of my promoter, and you know, the people recognize me as a pound for pound, so I respect that.
How badly do you want to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr.?
For me, I don't care if the fight is post-pro or not. You know, I have done a lot of in boxing, and I'm satisfied with what I have done in boxing. You know, because I want to fight because the people want it.
Manny, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you next time.
And thank you to all the fans. And if you want an update, just go to mpboxing.com. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Manny. All right, Gus, back down to you.
All right, thank you very much as Shane Mosley walks back into the dressing room. And let's take a look at how the scoring went for Pacquiao Mosley.
First, a look at the official judges' scorecards. Dwayne Ford, Dave Moretti, and Glenn Trowbridge dominant. Mosley won 2 rounds on one scorecard and only 1 on the other 2. So clearly a dominant victory for Manny Pacquiao. And on the unofficial press row scoring, almost the exact same story with Tim Dahlberg, Chris Mannix, and Lance Pugmire.
All right, Gus Johnson along with Al Bernstein and Antonio the Magic Man Tarver. And Al, we'll start with you. I thought that Shane Mosley was very honest in his assessment of his performance tonight.
I think actually both fighters were extraordinarily honest, because Mosley understanding that the power hurt him early, and he did fight, in fact, the defensive fight. And I thought Manny Pacquiao also honest about the fact that because of, I guess, these leg issues he had, and we were wondering why he didn't move more, it created a less than perfect performance by him. So I think his honesty was really refreshing as well, because he's saying, look, it wasn't my absolute A game because of a physical issue, but what is amazing is without his A game, he still dominates and wins.
Antonio, 39 years old. Shane Mosley didn't look like he could pull the trigger.
doesn't know what his future looks like right now because, as you mentioned, who could he get a fight with at this particular point?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looks as if he was retreating too much. You know, he wasn't willing to cross that line and stay there and go toe-to-toe with Manny Pacquiao. And he mentioned that his power was unbelievable. He said that he hasn't been hit like that in a very, very long time. And that's the type of power that separates Manny Pacquiao from the rest of the fighters out there. Yeah. Can Floyd Mayweather have enough boxing ability to avoid that power and also deliver the shots that will slow Manny Pacquiao down? That remains to be seen.
Well, also, Shane Mosley saying that Floyd Mayweather is the best defensive fighter in the world. So Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. Al, it's time to make it happen and time to stop kidding around.
I agree. I wish that fight would happen. And one of the interesting things here is Mosley making such a big point about the power of Pacquiao. And Antonio, I thought you hit it right on the head. That will make the fight with Mayweather an interesting one. Can he hurt Mayweather with that power?
All right, Al Bernstein, the Magic Man, Antonio Tarver, our champion. I'm Gus Johnson. Let's go back upstairs to our James Brown.
All right, Gus, thank you so very much. And you know what? I just have to be candid here. I'm a little surprised that I made the mistake after covering sports for so long of buying into the determination and resolve in the conversation and the emotion of Shane Mosley and saying what he could do. The mind was willing, but the body simply did not comply at all. And as I was talking with my guy, Steve Farhood, a writer who certainly followed boxing a long time, all the classic signs of an aging fighter. He's been an excellent champion for 18 years. He's fought exceedingly well, but his recent body of work suggests a fighter in decline. And I would hope he would take a serious look at the thought of retirement. And as you take a look at Manny Pacquiao, look, make no mistake about it, the guy has an inexhaustible supply of energy, technically sound. I love his determination. And if he was talking about his legs were bothering him, it looked as if he was having a sparring session out there this evening and having his way. I love his perfectionist attitude and that he says he's going to go back to work on the leg issues. But let me tell you something. This guy is simply awesome. And as the guys ringside said, the fight with Floyd Mayweather, folks, it should happen. It has to happen because to me, that's the only other fight out there that makes an awful lot of sense. The convincing winner tonight was Manny Pacquiao in the main event. Tonight's event was brought to you by Tecate Cerveza con Carácter, by the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino. Maximum Vegas at MGM is the ultimate in nightlife, dining, and entertainment. By O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day. By Mortal Kombat. Fatality lives. Own it on PS3 or Xbox today. And by AT&T UVerse TV. TV like you've never seen it before. Well, the night in boxing here in Las Vegas saw it as such. Mike Alvarado advanced to 30-0 and took a major step toward a world title fight when he stopped Ray Narr, who retired on his stool after 3 rounds. Then in fight number 2 on the undercard, fighting for the first time in the year, former middleweight champion Kelly Pavlik started slowly but closed with a big 10th and final round to defeat Alfonso Lopez by majority decision. And in fight number 3, it was an absolute brawl for the WBO junior featherweight title, with Jorge Arce exploding with punches in the 12th and final round, prompting defending champion Wilfredo Vasquez Jr.'s corner to pull the plug. Arce took the title, becoming a titleist in 3 different weights. And as far as the main event was concerned, folks, make no mistake about it, the only highlight involved Manny Pacquiao knocking Shane Mosley down in the 3rd round en route to a unanimous and convincing decision that Manny Pacquiao is still the cash cow, the man to beat in boxing. Pound for pound, the best there is. So for Gus Johnson, Al Bernstein, Antonio Tarver, Jim Gray, and the entire crew here, I'm James Brown saying so long from Las Vegas, Nevada.